Mr. K.K. Mistry joins us right now for a quick take on the IIP data just released. Thanks, Mr. Mistry, for joining in. Your initial take, I mean, the numbers are slightly better than what were earlier estimated.
I think significantly better, no? Because the expectation was around 1.2.
Right.
And the actual numbers come in at 2.4. So good numbers. I think supports this supports the yesterday's number where the deficit also was a lot lower. So I think it's good news for all of us.
Yeah.
Mr. Mistry, afternoon. Now, there's a slew of factors that the RBI has at hand. You had the trade deficit numbers, which came down. The IIP numbers have been better. But CPI inflation continues to linger at double digits. Where does this leave the Reserve Bank next week?
Yeah, I still believe what I said right at the beginning of the year, that we will see a 75 to 100 basis points cut during the year. We've already seen the 25 basis points cut in January. My view remains unchanged that we will still see another 25 basis points cut either in March or in April. That's next week or in April. And then after that, RBI will pause for a couple of months, see how the monsoons are, and then take a call on when the remaining 25 or 50 basis points cut happens. But this is all subject to everything else being normal. If there is some abnormal event that happens, like poor monsoons or whatever else, then I think RBI would sort of relook at this strategy. But otherwise, my expectation is that the rate cut expectation is still very much on.
You wouldn't believe, Mr. Mistry, that these numbers could be one-offs as well, right? Because October we saw a significant expansion in IIP, then contraction. This time around, It's followed by trade data. But you believe this is more reasonable and likely to stay?
I see there is a lot of base effect that goes into IIP numbers. Right. So one has to relook at that number a little closely also. I would not say that this is an indicator that the economy is back on track and things are sort of flourishing. It's not, absolutely not. We know that the credit cycle has still not picked up. So therefore, we will, in my view, continue getting volatile numbers. You will get higher numbers one quarter, lower numbers another quarter. I don't think we should read too much into it unless and until we start seeing signs of a credit pickup in the system. To my mind, that is the key factor which we need to watch out for. Because once the credit cycle picks up, companies start creating capacity, then logically the IIP numbers will rise in a much bigger way in the years to come. But till that capacity creation happens, till investments happen, fresh investments happen in creation of new facilities, new capacities, till that time IIP numbers will be volatile.
Mr. Mistry, what is your view on the ground with respect to how you see the demand for credit in the corporate and retail segment also shaping up?
The retail segment is strong, continues to remain very strong, but that is a function of the fact that job security is still very strong. People have secure jobs, and something like a housing loan, which is what we do, is the basic necessity for people. And as long as the job is secure and housing is affordable, the growth will continue, the more growth momentum will continue. And I think the additional tax benefit which has been provided in the budget, where there is a further deduction of 100,000 rupees, which sort of becomes applicable for people who are first-time home buyers and taking loans of up to 25 lakhs and for properties up to 40 lakhs. I think that will spur demand in a even more significant manner in the year or two to come. So already the growth this year has been very strong, much higher than what the general expectation was. And my expectation is that next year's growth will continue to remain strong. But that's on the retail side. On the wholesale side, I think generally things by and large have been slow in the system. And that is more a factor that the confidence level that people still have to make large investments, that confidence level is just about now beginning to, people are relooking at it, seeing whether it is time to start looking at making these investments. But the actual investment cycle has not yet started.